Forest Lawn Cemetery has plans to demolish an old but historic building on their property near the East Gate. But for some involved in restoration and history, they say it's worth saving. Sitting along 40th and Forest Lawn, a historic building.
That entrance of the Forest Lawn Cemetery was the original entrance for so many years.
On the cemetery's property, one of many creations by a local, well-known architect.
It's an extremely really beautiful Jacobean-styled building that was designed by John McDonald.
3 weeks ago, Tim Reeder, president of Restoration Exchange Omaha, saw this building.
It was really early in the morning, and I parked my car and I was looking at this beautiful building that's all boarded up, and I thought to myself, what is going to happen to this?
He called Forest Lawn Cemetery and learned they're planning to tear it down by Memorial Day.
We've been trying to find a property that we can save ourselves, something that we could truly show Omaha that we are a preservation community. This one happened to fall in our lap at the right time.
Restoration Exchange Omaha, History Nebraska, and Joslyn have all sent letters to work to keep the historic building around.
I've sent emails, we've sent letters, we've made phone calls, and we're not getting any response.
I called the cemetery and spoke to Executive Director Steve Brunken on the phone in hopes of scheduling an on-camera interview. He was not available. When I asked about the future of the building, he cited several reasons for why now is the time to tear it down, including liability, no future use for it, and the cost of maintenance no longer being worth it.
We're ready to save it before that.
Restoration Exchange Omaha and the Joslyn Castle have discussed options like a museum or a preservation center, but before any of that can happen, they have to save the building first.
If they're set on getting rid of the property, then we want to take its pieces and do something with that. If they are willing to work with us on restoring it or giving us part of the property, we can work with that. But at this moment, we haven't spoken to anybody.
As far as the meeting between the two parties, the cemetery told me as of today, the board has no plan to meet with Tim and others who are committed to saving the property.